The thing with Harvey is net worth wise, it looks like he could be around 100 to 200 million dollars. Of course, like I always say, take that with a grain of salt, but that's what is reporting online about his net worth. Could be significantly less, could be more, but that's where he's standing. So I definitely consider him a wealth genius indeed.
We're going to talk a little bit about the quarter. We're going to talk about some longer term trends. Harley, I don't want you to prime Osset though. Maybe we'll have Harley bounce off Osset as I go through the quarter. Osset, no pressure, but here's some big takeaways from Shopify's quarter. 1 trillion in gross merchandise volume crossed across the platform. They reached that goal this quarter. Free cash flow hitting about 1.6 billion. That's picking up steam from last year. And we're also seeing a lot of growth coming from offline and international. Osset, what's your big takeaway, your headline for the quarter?
So my headline for the quarter is we're developing our total addressable market everywhere in our funnel. Shopify has been really impressive in many quarters recently, Ricky, but particularly this quarter, it just feels like whether they're going after enterprise business, small mom and pops, middle market companies, they're on fire everywhere.
Any notes, Harley? Any big takeaways for your long term?
Wow, I was gonna say it's like Osset GBT or something. That was really good. Certainly international is something that I talked a lot about on the call. It's an area of growth for us. We sort of historically were e-commerce for North America and small businesses there, and now we're sort of commerce everywhere across the world for across every single channel, online, offline, and everywhere in between. So I thought Osset did a great job there.
You also talked about Shopify is a 100-year company. And while you're giving projections for next quarter, next year, how about the vision for Shopify 5 to 10 years from now?
This idea, I mean, Shopify started as effectively the answer to the question, what would happen if anyone who wanted to or needed to start a business were able to do so? What if we sort of democratized entrepreneurship to the extent that anybody can do it? You have an idea in the shower in the morning, you come out of the shower, you start up a store on Shopify, and you go and build. And what we sort of have realized over we've been at this now for about 20 years, is that one, we can service merchants of all sizes. I mentioned on this past call in particular, some of the largest brands on the planet are now coming to Shopify, like Warner Music and West Wing and Champion and GameStop and Karl Lagerfeld and David's Bridal and Goop and Hunter Douglas, all these big companies. So one is that we actually have built software that can serve even the largest merchants on the planet. But the second thing is retail will be everywhere. And if you think about the evolution of retail, historically, it's always been about merchant choice. The merchant dictates to the consumer how a transaction should happen. It's going to happen. I'm going to open my store at this particular time. You're going to line up here to check out. You're going to only be able to use this credit card. It was effectively this list of rules that was predicated or that was assembled by the merchant.